Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make really delicious homemade coconut whipped cream and give you 4 tips on how to turn runny cream like this into really thick and pipeable delicious whipped cream like this. So you want to start by chilling your utensils in the freezer for at least 20 minutes. So I've chilled my bowl and my whisks, and you're also going to want to chill your can of coconut cream or milk in the refrigerator overnight. And the reason you do that is so that you can easily scoop off the thickened part that will rise to the top. So the coconut milk that I'm using today is pretty runny, so we definitely have our work cut out for us. I generally choose this brand because it tastes really amazing, but coconut cream or milk can vary from brand to brand and even from can to can, so it can be quite fussy. So that's why I'm giving you these 4 tips to help you get through it and be able to achieve the results that you want. And this is going to be really very helpful because I've made quite a few batches of coconut cream in my time. So in a way, you could say this runny can is the perfect candidate for this video. So tip number 1 is after you scoop off the thickened portion, there's going to be like a really thin coconut water in the bottom. You want to reserve that and set it aside. Now, that's not particularly going to work in our situation, but a lot of times the coconut cream will be super thick and viscous. So in that case, you're definitely going to end up using some of this coconut water to help thin it out. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start whipping the cream, and if you have a stand mixer, then go ahead and use that. I'm using what I have, so I'm going to be doing it the old school way. And typically, the longer you whip the cream or milk, the thicker it will get. This usually takes anywhere from 6 to 8 minutes, but it could take longer. I've gone 12 to 15 minutes before, so it just really depends. You just kind of have to go with it and see what you're working with. So you can see it's starting to get a little thickened here, so we're going to go ahead and start adding in some things. First, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of agave syrup. So this is a sweetening agent, and I definitely recommend not using more than 1 tablespoon of liquid sweetener, but you can use whatever liquid sweetener you want, whether that's maple syrup or, whatever type of syrup you want to use. And then we're also going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And vanilla just makes everything taste a little sweeter and adds another layer of flavor that I think most people find delicious. So this is going to be the maximum amount of our liquid additives for this batch of coconut whipped cream, because we're already working with a very runny can as it is. And now I'm going to add in a thickening agent, and I honestly, of the next three tips I'm going to show you, I don't think you're going to need to use them all. I think this alone should work, but just in case you don't have this one, then you could try some of the other ones. But this is auger, and it's a tasteless, odorless, flavorless seaweed. And typically it needs to be brought to boiling temperature to activate. But if you use this method here and you just lightly dust it in, and I'm probably being overly careful, you probably could add in a little more at a time, but by doing it lightly like this, you won't have any lumps, and you'll still get the thickening properties of the auger. And you can see that it's getting thicker, and it's actually expanded quite a bit. It's gotten pretty creamy. I'm gonna add in some stevia powder because I want to get it as sweet as possible while keeping it refined sugar free. Okay, so it's looking pretty good, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add in the rest of the auger powder. And then, so that's tip number 2 is auger. Tip number 3 would be tapioca flour. And tip number 4 is pea protein isolate. And so you can see it's actually reduced a little bit in size, and it's gotten a little denser. So I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's going to work for what we need it to do. So I'm going to go ahead and stop and check it out. And these peaks look pretty good. So I'm going to fill up my frosting bag, And I'm gonna try this out on some really lovely pumpkin cheesecake that I made, and you're definitely going to want to check out that recipe when that recipe video comes out. So let's try this out and see how it turns out. It's got a nice smooth texture, but pretty firm, and it's looking really good. Looks really nice. So I don't have a large star tip, but I'm using what I have, but I definitely want to see how it holds up with more weight on it. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed. And this is 10 minutes later, you guys, and it's still holding up beautifully at room temperature. So I'm super impressed, and you should be able to make some really delicious, nice, thick, and pipeable whipped cream with this recipe to help make your desserts look and taste amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Happy holidays, everyone, and I'll see you next time.